look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Coach Dillingham told me pregame he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Virginia Tech's offense will come out first. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out, Dave.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded, it's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind. Get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Sellers to throw. Right side, it's Cobb. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Really good offenses are able to attack shape. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Back's got it on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and then at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cobb.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. This is a designed run. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Georgia Tech's offense will now get its first chance with the football. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on it? How to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing, their chemistry.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, that is exactly the opposite of what this offense talked about. They talked about staying ahead of the chains with us in meetings and making sure they stay on schedule. And the first play, not very good protection, a big loss, and now immediately, Palmer, in a predictable passing situation.
That is such a gut punch for the offense, especially the play caller, because you know it, David. He's already scripted the first 10 plays. They've been practicing those all week long. You take a sack on the opening play, it completely blows up your script. That's a great job by the defense, sending a very clear message. You got to block us, and right now you can't do it.
The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Finds his target. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Martin. Fights off a defender. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Finds his big tight end. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, you see that sometimes with these quarterbacks, man. They are such good athletes, and they want to run them. But you know what they don't do in practice? They don't get hit very often. They wear a different color jersey, so sometimes you'll see them. Ball security, nice tackle down the field, getting the football out.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Davidson.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Sellers. Out wide right, it's Sellers. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. RPO complete. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ground jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And the Yellow Jackets now can really generate some momentum if they turn that turnover into points. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 2nd and long here. Lagway wants to throw. Lets it fly on the move. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Making his first move. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Here's Sellers to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him. Goal range. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the field goal unit is on the field. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air, it's Lagway. Setting up the screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing, Sellers. Holds on, it's Cobb. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on 1st. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Cobb. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Sellers. Throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? They go play action with Sellers. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is in the air. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 3 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's Ole Miss able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. They get back on track after dropping their last game, and it gets them to 3-1. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Atlanta. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the 2nd half is the safest pathway to victory. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Virginia Tech's head coach told me at halftime he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. Here comes the offense on second down. Here's Lagway to pass. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Boyd. Shakes a man, and he continues to fight for yards. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can keep going. Guys are so spread out, and you can make big plays on this offense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll ride him again. They were all over it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Sellers.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. Quarterback keep. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And you could tell the QB wants to run.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Hokies are rolling down the field. Here's Sellers to throw. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Keith. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Hokies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Uh-oh, look out. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can paint holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Hokies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense now. Lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Lagway on the play action. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Lagway. Looking left. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Motion from the back. 3rd down from the gun, DJ Lagway. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Final play of the quarter coming. Sellers on the play action. Buys time to his left. Fires on the move. Out wide left, it's Sellers. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. On the move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Play fake, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Sellers. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Driven back.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. He uncorks one deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots.
Great. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea is don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They go play action with Sellers. Buying time to his right. Right side, it's Sellers. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring.
Let's go, bro.
Better do something about it.
Brother to brother.
Lining up for the PAT.
Big hammer underneath them covers.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. There he goes. A little more space. Open up that play.
Set it off in this motherfucker.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock. One of the things I love about these misdirection type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot, because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lagway wants to throw. Turns out it's Maddox. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Moving out to the right. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying out to the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Well, to call this an abject disaster for the offense would be an insult to abject disasters everywhere, Jesse.
And they're not going to enjoy watching this game film either. Just nothing's been working. They've had mental errors. They haven't been able to execute very well running or throwing it, David. Just nothing going their way in this one.
Nothing has gone right, and the worst thing is going to be watching the tape. You're right, Jesse. But even worse than that, practice this week is going to be miserable after putting up the donut on the scoreboard.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.